I'm going to do Excel chapter 4 capstone tax code. Basically, this is the fourth chapter of Excel section of my IT lab course. I will do this assignment step by step and you can get your assignment done by watching this video. If you want me to do your assignments, if you want me to do your complete course, please contact me on WhatsApp, email or WeChat ID that I have mentioned in the description of this video. You can hire me for your complete course including Excel assignments, Word assignments, PowerPoint assignments or Access assignments. You can hire me for your other courses like accounting, management, finance, information technology, computer sciences, all other writing assignments, programming assignment, etc. My WhatsApp and email is showing at the bottom of the screen. I request you to contact me on WhatsApp, email or WeChat ID that is mentioned in the description of this video or showing at the bottom of the screen. So let's solve this assignment step by step. So title of the assignment is EXP19 Excel chapter 4 capstone tax code. This is the fourth chapter of Excel section of my IT lab course. At start of the instruction file, you can see the project description. Please read this project description. This will give you an idea about the assignment. But the main part of the assignment is starting from step 1. These are the main project description that we are supposed to solve in this assignment. So please read this project description to get an idea. So I will move to step number 1. So step number 1 is download and open the file named EXP19 chapter 4 capstone tax code. So this is the Excel sheet that we are supposed to download to solve this assignment, and you can download this from your My IT Lab dashboard, and you can see that I have already downloaded this. So we are supposed to apply all these instructions in that Excel file to get this assignment done and make this assignment in the final form. So I have already downloaded this, and you can download from your My IT Lab dashboard as well. So step number 1 is just about downloading the file. So I have already shown you. Let me move to step number 2 now. So step number 2 is freeze the pane so that the first row containing the column heading, this one, first row, containing the column heading, this is row 5, on the support call worksheet will remain static when scrolling. Ensure that rows 1 to 4 are visible. So we are supposed to make the row 5 static and these row 1 to 4 should be visible. So I will click on A6 and click on View tab and click on Freeze the pane. And now you can see that row 5 is static and row 1 to 4 are also visible. So I have frozen the pane in step number 2. So step number 2 is just about freezing the pane. So I have solved that one. Let me move to next step, that is step number 3 now. Convert the data to a table. Name the table support calls. So we are supposed to convert this data into a table, and then we will give the table name support calls and apply the bold table style medium 12. So I will simply convert this data that is given here into a table. Then we are supposed to apply the table style, and we are supposed to give a name to the table. So click anywhere in the data and then click on the insert tab and click on the table. So you can see that this data has been converted into the table. And now we will click on the table design tab and we will go here in the table name and we will change the name to the support calls. So I will type sports call here and press enter. So we have converted the data into a table and then we have changed the name of the table to sport calls. Now we are supposed to apply the gold table style medium 10. So again click on the table design and go to the medium, and you can see that this is the gold table style medium 12, and that is what we are supposed to apply to this one. So we have completed step number 3 as well. So now we will move to next step, that is step number 4 now. And step number 4 is remove the duplicate record. So now we are supposed to remove the duplicates record from this table. So let's go to the sheet, click anywhere in the table and then click on the data tab. This is the data tab, and you can see that this box with an cross symbol is showing the remove duplicates record. Click on it and click on. So 3 duplicates value found and removed. So we have removed the duplicates record from this table. So we have completed step number 4 as well. So next step is step number 5 now. Add a new column to the table named duration. So now we are supposed to add a new column to this table, and that name should be table, duration. So we will simply click here, that is I5, and type duration and press enter. You can see that a new column has been added to this table. That name is duration. So I am doing this assignment step by step, and you can get your assignment done by watching this video. So we have completed 5 steps so far for this assignment, and now I am going to do step number 6. So step number 6 is create a formula using unqualified structure references to calculate the days required to resolve the incident. So basically now we are supposed to create a formula to calculate the days required. So that will be duration, and that will be days required are equal to date resolved minus days created. So we are supposed to enter a formula here, type an equal sign and date resolved minus date created. So we will get the duration for an incident to be resolved in step number 6. So we have completed 6 steps so far, and now we're going to do next step, that is step number 7. So step number 7 is saying that add a total row to display the average days required to resolve an issue. So now we are supposed to add a total row to this table design, and that we can easily do by going to the table design, and we will check this total row box. You can see that a total row has been added to this table at the end, and we are supposed to calculate the average days required to resolve an issue, and we will make the duration as average. So it will give 17.26 and as an average days to resolve an incident. So that is all about step number 7. So next step is step number 6. So step number 6 is sort the table by agent name in alphabetical order. So we are supposed to sort the table by agent name in alphabetical order. Add a second level to sort by description and create a custom sort order as follows. Will not power on, virus, printing issues, software update, forgotten password. Add a third level to sort by duration, smallest to largest. So basically we are supposed to do some sorting of this table. So first one is sort the table by agent name in alphabetical order. So click anywhere in the table, then go to this home tab and click sort and filter and click custom sort. So now we will add the layer for this sort. First one is sort by agent name in alphabetical order. So we will select the agent name in alphabetical order. Now we will add a second level, and this second level is sort by description. So it should be by description. And now we are supposed to create a custom sort for the second level. So I will select custom list, and we will add a custom list here. First one is will not power on. Will not power on. Then virus. Then virus. Then printing issues. Printing issues. Then software update. Software update. Software update. Forgotten password. Next one is forgotten password. Forgotten password. Password. So custom sort is will not power on. Then second one is the virus. Then printing issues. Then software update and forgotten password. So forgotten password. So it is forgotten password. So forgotten password. And now we will click OK. Then the third level to sort by duration, smallest to largest. So we will add a new level, and it should be duration, smallest to largest. So we have added the sort to this table according to the requirements that are given in step number 7. So we have completed 8 steps so far, and now I gonna do next step, that is step number 9. So step number 9 is filter the table to only display closed incident as indicated in the status column. So now we are supposed to do some filtering of this table, and we will filter this table for the closed incident. And you can see that status column is here. You can see the hold, open and closed. So we are supposed to filter this only for the closed. So we will unselect this, select all, and we will select only closed. And you can see that this table has been filtered only for the closed incident, because we are supposed to filter this table only for the closed incident. So we are done with 9 steps so far. Let me do the next step. That is step number 10 now. So use quick analysis to apply the default data bars conditional formatting to the duration column I6 up to I85. So we are supposed to apply the default conditional formatting. So I will simply select the duration column data. This has been selected, and we are supposed to select the default data bars conditional formatting, solid blue fill. So data bars is here. So this is the solid blue fill data bars conditional formatting to this duration column that we are supposed to use for this step number 10. So next one is create a new conditional format that applies red fill and bold font to incident range A6 up to A85 that require 30 or more days to resolve. Be sure to use relative cell references in the conditional formatting formula. Then change page break so page 2 begins with a computer ID column. Set the print scale to 85 and add a footer. So basically I have shown you 10 complete steps for this assignment, and only 4 steps are left for this assignment. And now I am going to show you the final version for this assignment so that you can match to this one if you are going to get, if you are your solution is matching to this one, then you are going to get 100 out of 100. So I have shown you 10 complete steps. For the remaining steps I will just give you an overview so that you can solve those steps on your own. But if you want me to do this assignment for you, please contact me on WhatsApp, email or WeChat ID, and I will do this assignment for you. Let me show you the final version now. So this is the final version for this assignment. This is the conditional formatting applied to column A, and the conditional formatting data bars applied to column I. So you will get a final version like this. So when you will solve the remaining 4 steps, basically I have shown you this complete assignment. But if you want me to do this assignment for you, you can contact me and I will do this assignment for you. You can hire me for your complete course, including Excel assignments, Word assignments, PowerPoint assignments, or Access assignments. You can hire me for your other courses like accounting, management, finance, information technology, computer sciences, all other writing assignment as well. I request you to subscribe to my channel, like my video, and comment to my video. If you have any question, please leave a message on WhatsApp or email, and I will respond to you and I will do this assignment for you. Thank you.